Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Love with English. Today we have a very special topic. Language cannot exist without this. You're right, tenses. My duty is to teach you tenses without tension. Here we go. The very word tense means time. Obviously, we can divide time into three. What has happened? Maybe yesterday. Let us take an example. She danced in the party. Is she dancing now? No. Will she dance later? No. She danced, already completed action. Something happened in the past. Something happening now. She dances, or she is dancing in the program. Something that is taking place now. She will dance tomorrow, something that will happen in future. So time can be divided into past, what has happened, present, what is happening, and future, what will happen. Past, present, and future. Before going into tenses, let's know some technical terms which will make us easier to learn tenses. First one, syntax or formation. In mathematics we got formula. Same like that, syntax or formation is this. S means subject. These are auxiliary verbs. This is the main verb form and this is the object. First of all, subject. So let me analyze it through the sentence. They are learning English. They are learning English. They is subject. Are is helping verb. Learning is main verb. Object is English. That's it. So these are called technical terms. So we have said that there are three tenses. What has happened past, what is happening present, what will happen future. Each tense is again divided into four. Let us take, for example, simple. A present tense. In the present tense, we got simple present tense, or present simple tense, or present indefinite tense, all one. Simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, and present perfect continuous tense. Same with the case of past. Simple past or past simple, past continuous, past perfect, and past perfect continuous. Same the case with the future tense. Simple future, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous. Now let us see each tense in detail. Our first tense is simple present tense. Simple present tense. It is a formation, subject plus verb form 1 plus object. What is verb form 1? Let us take one example. Sit, sat, sit, sitting. One more example. See, saw, seen, seeing. Another example. Write, wrote, written, writing. Write is V1, wrote is V2, written is V3, writing is V4. V4 is ing form. Always ing will be there with a V1. Let me tell one more example. Read, 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 reading. Throw, threw, thrown, throwing. Now it's clear, I suppose. So basing on this, subject plus V1 plus object, let us make one example. I play cricket. So let us go into details. Before that, let me tell you when to use this simple present tense. Our first usage will be, we use simple present tense for habitual or daily actions. For habitual or daily actions. What do you do daily? You don't say I'm brushing my teeth or I will brush my teeth every day. That's wrong. You don't say I will take bath every day. That's wrong. You don't say I will clean my house every day. Instead, you use I brush daily. I take bath daily. Even if you don't tell daily, it is understood from the context. In simple present tense, you use the tense for daily or habitual action. Some more examples. I eat properly, alright. Okay, fine. So habitual actions or daily actions we use in simple present tense. What is the second way of using? Second one, to express scientific facts. What are scientific facts? Scientifically proven facts. For example, sun rises in the east. It's always same. It's proven. Water boils at 100 degrees. It's proven. Glass breaks. It's proven. So all the proven facts or scientific facts will be used in simple present tense or present simple tense. And the third way of using is use them for future events. For future, do you use simple present tense? Yes, you use. For example, the program begins at 5 p.m. Now it's 10 a.m. So future. So an action taking place in future also can be used in simple present tense. You find usually while you watch TV, cricket matches, the match begins or starts at 8 p.m. So it's not 8 p.m. now. So future actions also can be expressed in simple present tense. For example, the match starts at 8 p.m. The program begins at 6 p.m. Clear? These are the three ways we use simple present tense in. So let us see in detail the formation, the way of making question, the way of making affirmative or positive sentences, and way of making negative sentences. See, the rule you have to always remember, you have to add yes or yes, add yes or yes. We already know what is verb. So you have to add yes or yes to he, she, it and related nouns, equivalent. For example, you use somebody's name, he. So there also you have to use. Instead of he, you might use Ram. Instead of she, you might use Lakshmi. Instead of it, you might use elephant. So you have to add yes or yes to the verb. Examples, it is evident in the example. See here, only to he, she, it and related things. She sings a song. According to the formation, we have to use she sing a song because we won. But the rule is we have to add yes or es to the verb when they are in he, she, it or equivalent forms. She sings a song is correct. She sing a song is wrong. And equivalent, see here, they sings a song is wrong. They is plural. They sing a song. For singulars you use exception is I. Second one, Raju. Raju is single. So Raju like to eat is wrong. Raju likes to eat is correct. We like to eat, correct. We is plural, many. Elephant goes. See here, you added es here. Go, es. Elephant goes to the jungle. Goes. So you add yes or es. Here is the place where most of the English learners make mistakes. So please keep in mind that you have to use yes or es in the simple present tense when the subject is either he or she or it or other equivalent. So let us see some examples from that. So how to form questions. So we have seen, okay, there are two ways of forming questions. Two question word, do and does. Two ways of making questions, do and does. So does, yes is there. So does we use for he, she, it. Do we use for I, we, you, they. In the examples it will be evident. See here. So I, we, you, they. You use do. So let us take some examples and make questions. Okay. I study French. I study French. What is the way questioning? Do I study French? Alright, correct. Do is a question word. Second one. We study French. Do we study French? Question. Next one. You. You watch TV. Do you watch TV? Correct. One more. They. They swim in the pool. Come on. Yes. Do they swim in the pool? So this is a way of making questions. You have to remember this rule. I, we, you, they. When they come, you have to use do. Right. So next one, when he, she, it. When they come, you have to use does. We have already seen adding yes or es. Same like that. For do, you add es. Does. So here again there is complication in making sentences. Let us take example. Okay. For he, she, it, you add does to make a question. Let us take one example. She sings a song. So what is the question for that? Does she sings a song is wrong. Does she sing a song? Yes, there gets cancelled because already you used in the do. You used it does. Does she sing a song? So most of the learners make mistake here. So does she learn English? Does she speak English? Does she cook well? Does he play football? Do you understand? Not plays. In the sentence, he plays football. But in the question, does he play football? He watches movies. Yes, yes is there. Does he watch movie or movies? See the examples. Does he play? So plays is not there. Does he play cricket? What is the sentence? He plays cricket. What is the question? Does he play cricket? So plays s is not there. One more example. She sings a song is a statement. Question. Does she sing a song? Sings is not there again. Does she sing a song? This is a way of making question. Then what are affirmative sentences or positive sentences? Positive sentences you begin with yes. Do you swim in the pool? Yes. If you start with yes, that is affirmative sentence. If you start with no, that is a negative statement. How to use them? This will be helpful in your conversations, daily conversation, either spoken or written. So let us see affirmations and negatives. So let us take one statement. CM proposes a meeting, conducts a meeting. That is a statement, that is a sentence. CM proposes a meeting. What is the question? CM, singular, yes or no? He or she. CM proposes. Does CM propose? I already told you, when does is there already you do not write yes or yes. Does CM propose a meeting is the question. What is affirmative? Yes, CM proposes a meeting. That's it. Yes, CM proposes a meeting. What is negative? No, CM does not propose a meeting. Does is there? That's why you don't use yes there. No, CM does not propose a meeting. So let us see some more examples. I'll make a statement. Let us make question, affirmative and negative. So my statement is this. She spins the ball. She spins the ball. Question, does she spin the ball? What about affirmative? Yes, she spins the ball. Negative, no, she does not spin the ball. Let us see one more sentence differently. They understand English. They understand English. Question, yes, you're right. Do they understand English? Affirmative, yes, they understand English. Negative, no, they do not understand English. So this is all about simple present tense. Who is about simple past tense? Simple past tense. So let us see when do we use simple past tense and what is the formation. First of all, what is the formation? Formation is subject plus V2 plus object. We already seen word forms. V1, V2, V3, V4. Let us take some examples. Play, V1. Played, V2. Played, V3. Playing, V4. Let us take one more example. Throw, threw, thrown, throwing. Put, putting. So these are verb forms. Second one in the order is called V2. So played here is V2. So subject plus V2 plus object. When do we use simple past tense? So usage, completed action, action that is already completed in recent past, just before some days, or distant past, long before. So duration is not very important here. So it has happened maybe in the recent past or in the distant past. Let us see some examples. Gandhiji lived in South Africa in 1905. 1905, it's more than 100 years. His father died last year, specifying last year. I completed my work yesterday, just yesterday. So we're mentioning yesterday, which means a recent past, just happened. One more usage is there in indefinite point of time, indefinite fast. Indefinite means you don't know. You want to tell long ago, long before, ages before, all these are indefinite. When you say 1850, you know the time. When you say in the 18th century, you know the time. When you say indefinite past, you do not know. You just use long ago, long ago, long before. Yes. So words like ages ago, long time ago, etc. Let us see some example. Okay, for that, human existence started many years before, indefinite. So now let us see the sentences and how to form questions, how to make affirmative sentences and how to make negative sentences. Right. So we have seen here examples. Gandhiji lived. So lived is V2. What is V1? Live. V1. Died. Died. So died is V2. Completed. Completed. So subject plus verb form plus object. So now let us see how to make questions. In simple present tense, we have made questions using two question words. Can you recollect? Yes. Do and does. In simple past tense, we don't have that confusion. We use only did. So what is the question word? Did. So did is a hero here. So let us make some sentences. We have to be very careful here. Only most of the learners of English make mistakes in two tenses, especially. First one, simple present. Second one, simple past. If you're careful with that, tenses are a cakewalk for you. So are you ready? So let us make some questions. So one note I'm giving you here so that you do not make mistakes. In questions, V2 gets converted into V1. It's very simple. It will be evident in the examples. So let me tell a statement. I watched a movie yesterday. I watched a movie yesterday. Yeah, it's in simple past tense. How to make question? You already know what to keep. Yes, did. Did I watch a movie is wrong. Did I watch a movie? I completed my meals. Did I complete my meals? Not completed. Since did is there, we don't add ed or we convert V1 into V2. So I'll give you some more examples, okay? I wrote my notes. Question, did I wrote? No. Did I write my notes? Very good, you're getting up now. I learnt English. Did I learn English? Very good. Let us see some more examples. Okay, I played in the ground. This is a statement. I played in the ground. So question, come on. Did I play in the ground? Correct. One more example. Okay, he jumped from the wall. He jumped from the wall. Jumped, V2. Did he jump from the wall? So let me bring some confusion here to you, okay? I'll make some sentences. Find out whether they are in simple present or simple past and make questions. He plays cricket. Did he play cricket? No. Does he play cricket? It is in simple present tense. So you have to be very careful while you make questions. Check the verb form. It is V1 or V2. Now let us see how to make affirmative statements and negative statements. So let us take one example. I visited Zoo park. I visited a zoo park. Question, did I visit a zoo park? So what is affirmative? I told you we make affirmative with yes. Yes, I visited a zoo park. You get visited because did is not there. But it is different when you come to negative questions. Okay, let us make negative statement with that. So I visited zoo park. No, I did not or didn't visit a zoo park. Did not. For that contraction is didn't. So yes, I visited a zoo park. You can write it even in another way. Yes, I did visit. I did visit. Not I did not visit. I did visit. Will you come? Yes, I will come. Did he come? Yes, he did come. Not he did not come. He did come. Instead of telling I came or he came, he did come. Carries the similar meaning. So let us see some more examples. Right. I'll give you some sentences. Try to make questions or positives or affirmatives or negatives. Okay. She answered the question. She answered the question. What is the question? Did she answer the question? You're right. Affirmative. Yes. Yes. You're right. Yes, she answered the question. No. No, she did not answer the question. So here I would like to bring to the notice of listeners common mistakes, okay, that are committed by many students and learners of English. So, did teacher came to the class? Please correct me if I am wrong. Did teacher came to the class? Yes, I am wrong. You're right. Did teacher come to the class? Did I taught a lesson? Yes. Did I teach a lesson? Did she danced yesterday? Did she dance yesterday? Did I watched? Did I watched a movie? Did I watch a movie? Very good. Did he learn English? Correct. Did he learn English? Did we notice it? Correct. Did we notice it? So here where most of the learners of English make mistakes. When did is there? Keep V1. Hello. When did is there? Keep V1. So this is all about simple past tense. So hi, today this is a simple future tense. Are you ready to travel with me to the future? Let's go to the future. Simple future tense. So future means something that happens in the future. Something which has not happened. In future, you will become a prime minister. You may become a chief minister. You might become an actor. Whatever it is. In future, something that has not happened now. Something that is not happening now. Something that has not happened in the past. Future. So that is future. Simple future. So what is the formation of simple future tense? Please remember, in all the future tenses, will or shall will be there immediately after subject. So formation will be subject plus will or shall. I'll tell you when to use will or shall. Plus verb 1 plus object. So verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, verb 4. Play, played, play, playing. V1 is play. Let us take one more example. Write, wrote, written, writing. What is V1? Write. Very good. Rotate, rotated, rotated, rotating. What is V3? Rotated. But we need V1 here, rotate. So let us see when to use simple future tense. So we use, when we use simple future tense, it refers to a time later than now. Not now, next. It expresses facts or certainty. Certainty is something sure to happen. So there are some other ways of using simple future tense. First one, to predict a future event. To predict, you're not sure, you predict. It will rain tomorrow. So that's your prediction. India will win the match. That's a prediction. Next one, to express willingness, readiness to do something. Willingness, I'm willing to do it. So in the sentence, I will carry your bag. What do you do? I will carry. You show your willingness. Don't worry, I'm there. I'll carry your bag. You show your willingness. The third way to express orders or commands. Example, she will do exactly as her boss says. She will do exactly. You will do this, which means you have to do it. You have to follow not the suggestions but the orders or the commands of your superiors. So these are the usages of simple future tense. Let's see once time chart. Past tense, what has happened. Present tense, what is happening. So we are in the future. We are in the future. So we don't know what happens. There are some people who look at our arms and tell what happens in our future. Okay, leave them aside. So now let us see the statements and how to make questions. So it's very easy from here onwards, from simple future tense, all continuous tenses, all perfect tenses, all perfect continuous tenses, to make questions. Replace the second word in the statement as the first to make questions. Very easy. I'll give you an example. I will teach a lesson. What is the second word? Will. Take the will, place it first. Will I teach a lesson? Alright. Let's try one more. I shall obey the rules. Come on. You're right. Shall I obey the rules? Now there is confusion. When to use will and when to use shall. So in the modern English, will is mostly used in the future tenses. So shall is used only for two, predominantly two. That is I, another one we. For I and we. So forget shall for the singulars like he, she. So let us remember 8 for plurals. So it's avoided. Right. So let us go to the questions. I've already given you a hint how to make questions. So will I question her? Is a question. I will question her. Will I question her? Question. I will learn English. Will I learn English? You're right. I'll go to market. Will I go to market? I'll visit village. Will I visit village? Right? Very simple and easy to make questions in the simple present tense. So one more example. I shall follow the rules. Shall I follow the rules? So I hope everybody understood how to form questions. Now let us see how to make affirmative sentences. It is even easier. I'll follow rules. Will I follow rules is question. Yes, I will follow rules as it is. As the statement is, so is the affirmative. I will follow the rules. Shall. I shall follow the rules. Yes, I shall follow the rules. Negative. No, I shall not follow the rules. No, I will not follow the rules. As simple as that. So I'll give you some statements. Provide me with questions. Are affirmatives or negatives? Ready? Yes. She will understand French. She will understand French. Will she understand French? You're right. Yes, she will understand French. Affirmative. No, she will not understand French. Correct. The child will cry if you grab biscuit packet. The child will cry if you grab biscuit packet. Will the child cry if you grab or if I grab the biscuit packet? Yes, the child will cry. No, the child will not cry. That is the usage of simple future. So let us see one more example. They will go around. They will go around. They will go for a procession. Will they go for a procession? Yes, they will go for a procession. No, they will not go for a procession. So remember, in future tense, especially in simple future tense, you use it to say about future actions. And in all the future tenses, the second word in the formation will be will or shall. Today's topic is continuous tense. Present continuous or present progressive. Past continuous or past progressive. Future continuous or future progressive. What is the meaning of continuous? Continuous means something that is continuing. That is started and continued for a long time. It might be continuing in the present, or it might have continued in the past, or it may be continuing in the future. Continuous. Most of you make spelling mistake with continuous. C-O-N-T-I-N-U-O-U-S. O-U-S. N-U-O-U-S. Please remember that. So let us see the formation of present continuous tense. You see here subject plus am or is or are plus V4 plus object. What is meaning V4? Verb form 4. V1 plus ing. If we add ing to the V1, it's enough. So V1, V2, V3 and V4. Generate, generated, generated, generating. See, generate is there. If you add ing to that, generating, it becomes V4. So now there are three. Am, subject plus am. Am we use for I. Is, E use for he, she and it. And are we use for we, you and they. So now it's very easy to make sentences. I am teaching a lesson. You are listening to the lesson. Right. So when do we use it? So we use it on 3 occasions. Perhaps more than 3 occasions. Let us say 3 occasions. Happening exactly at the time of speaking. I am speaking, it is taking place. I am speaking. When? Right now. What are you doing? You are listening. What are you doing? Listening. Process is taking place. You are doing exactly. When you speak while you are eating, I am eating. When you speak while you are carrying, I am carrying a burden. I am carrying a suitcase on my head. So it is happening at the time of your speech. At the time you are speaking. See the example here? I am teaching English. It's happening right now. The second one. Taking place now. Taking place now. But not the exact moment. I am working as a lecturer. I am working as a professor. I am working as a teacher. Are you doing it now? Yes, you go to your duty, but you don't do it every time. He is working in London. Yes, he is working in London for a long time. So it may not be the exact time that you are speaking about he is doing it, but it's a process that is taking place. Not exactly right now. First one exactly right now of your speech. Second one not exactly right now. It's continuous. Third one, to propose a future event. To describe an event planned for future. So you already decided it for future. So it will take place. So the example, we are coming to India next week. We are coming to India. We are going to come or we are coming to India next week. It's already planned. So in these 3 cases, you use present continuous tense. Let us see some examples on how to make questions, how to make affirmative and how to make negative. So let me show you the time chart before that. Okay, this is a past action. And when you're speaking about it, I am writing, I started my writing, I'm continuing it, it's still continuing. So it's still continuing, I'm here, it might continue till here. So present continuous, it is continuing right now. So this is a time chart. Past is here, future is here. I did not reach future. Okay, I am not even in the past. So right. So let us make examples with each one. Let us make with I first of all. I am learning French. I am listening to what you're telling. Right. Second one is. Let's make with 3 of this. He is proposing a plan She is singing a song. It is running towards the forest. Are. We use are with these all. We are understanding what is being told. You are explaining the lesson. They are playing in the ground. So these are the ways of constructing sentences. To form questions, from here onwards it's very, very easy. How is it? Just replace the second word, auxiliary word, okay? Replace it to the first place. For example, let us take, I am standing. What is the second one? Am. Place it first. So this will become the question. Am I standing? These are not double-edged questions. Am I standing? So what is affirmative? Yes, you are standing. Negative? No, you're not standing. Next one. She is solving a problem. What is she doing? She is solving a problem. Is she solving a problem? Yes, she is solving a problem. No, she is not solving a problem. Next one. They are constructing a house. What are they doing? They are constructing a house. Question. Keep the second one first again. Are they constructing a house? Yes, they are constructing a house. No, they are not constructing a house. So this is present continuous. So sometimes we use it wrongly. I am seeing, I am hearing. These are not correct, okay? So do not use all your sense, or 5 sense other than speaking. Don't use them in the present continuous tense. Like I am tasting, I taste is all right. I am hearing, I hear is okay. I am seeing, I see is okay. Right? So this is present continuous. So topic is past continuous. Past continuous. Past continuous when an action happened for some time in the past. So what is the formation of past continuous? Subject plus was or were plus verb form 4 plus object. V4. Watching, listening, looking, dancing, singing. All these are V4 forms. Okay, let us see usages first of all. When do we use past continuous tense? Interrupted action in the past. Interrupted action. So let's take time and tell what is interrupted action. For example, see here. Past, present, future. An action has taken place in the past and it ended here. So it did not reach the present. It ended here. Interrupted action in the past. So let us see some examples. You were sleeping when I called. You were sleeping when I called. So you could not pick the call. You were sleeping when I called. Interrupted action. Second one. Specific time as an interruption. You specially mention, okay, right. Yesterday at this time I was playing with my kids. You're specifying the time. This time, yesterday I was playing with my kids. Right. Parallel actions. Parallel actions, 2 actions taking place. I was waiting while she was getting ready. I was waiting while she was getting ready. 2 parallel actions. Okay, 2 actions are combined. See here I have underlined when and here while. So what is the difference between when and while? While you use for past continuous, when to express an action in the simple past. You were sleeping. That is past continuous. When I called, simple past. Here you see both. I was waiting while she was getting ready. So we are using while in the past continuous tense. Alright. So always, when you express past actions, with always you can use past continuous. She was late to the class always. She was always coming late to the class. Alright. So she was always telling lies when she was a child. So those are the usages. Now let us see formation once again and how to make statements, questions, affirmatives or positives and negatives. So let us take one example. We were practicing for the game. So how to make question? Were we practicing for the game? Yes, we were practicing for the game. No, we were not practicing for the game. So those are the positive yes, negative no. One more example. She was narrating a story. She was narrating a story. Was she narrating a story? Yes, she was narrating a story. No, she was not narrating a story. So let us take some more examples. I called him while he was busy. No. One more example. I was playing while she was calling me. All right. I was busy when she was calling me. Okay, let us see some more examples. It was raining yesterday. Was it raining yesterday? Yes, it was raining yesterday. No, it was not raining yesterday. I was working in Dubai. Was I working in Dubai? Yes, you were working in Dubai. No, you were not working in Dubai. Some more examples. I was cooking my meals. Was I cooking my meals? Yes, you were cooking your meals. No, you were not cooking your meals. So these are some of the examples in the past continuous tense. Future continuous tense. So let us see the formation. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus before plus object. So let's recap. Subject plus will or shall plus be plus before plus object. So let us make an example. I'll be teaching a lesson tomorrow. Okay, let's see its usages. When do we use it? Something happening at a given point of time in the future. So let us see the time chart once. Past tense, present tense. You're speaking about tomorrow 10 o'clock. This all future tomorrow. You're speaking at 10 o'clock tomorrow. See the example. I'll be coming home tomorrow at 10 a.m. I will be coming home tomorrow at 10 a.m. So you're speaking about a given point of time in the future. So some more examples let us see. We'll be playing tennis at 5 p.m. tomorrow. A question. What will you be doing when I arrive? What will you be doing when I arrive? So let's go to some sentences and questions. After that, positives and negatives. There will be traveling. There will be traveling. Question. Will they be traveling? Positive, yes, they will be traveling. No, they will not be traveling. So some more verbs we see here. Installing. They will be installing Wi-Fi router tomorrow. I'll be inviting them for the function tomorrow. He'll be leading his troops next week. My TV9 will be broadcasting my interview tomorrow. He is becoming a new person after a retreat. He will be becoming a new person. We will be organizing a party tomorrow. So these are the examples in the future continuous tense. Let's get into perfect tenses. And let us learn perfect tenses perfectly. Present perfect, past perfect and future perfect. So let's see first present perfect tense. Present perfect tense formation is subject plus has or have plus V3 plus perfect. In all the perfect tenses, V3 will be there. Verb form 3. If we take V1, V2, V3, V4, organize, organized, organized and organizing. So organized is V3. In regular verb forms, V2 and V3 are similar. So according to the formation, has we use for he, she, it. He has completed his work. She has completed her work. It has completed rain. Have. I have completed my work. We have played a game. You have completed your work. And they have completed their work. So that is the formation. let us see the usages of present perfect tense. When do you use something that just finished? Let's take an example. So you're all ready to travel from one place to another. So your train is at 10 o'clock. So let us assume that Indian trains are on dot. So they come and go at exact times. So your train is at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. You arranged your bag and you reach the railway station at 10:03. When you reach the railway station, you found train has just left. It's leaving. So the train has just left. So an action which completed, just finished, just completed. So for that case you use, when I reach the station, the train has just left. You just see it's leaving. Next one, happened in the past, but its effect is there in the present. So I'll give some examples. Okay, it has happened in the past, its effect is there present. I have cut my finger and I cut my finger. What is the difference between both? I have cut my finger and I cut my finger. No difference? Yes, there is a major difference. When you say I cut my finger in the simple past, so you show a mark. See, when I was a child, I cut my finger. When you say I have cut my finger, it's bleeding now. Its effect is seen now, it's bleeding. I cut my finger. Please take me to a hospital. When you say I visited Taj Mahal, I have visited Taj Mahal, or I saw Taj Mahal, I have seen Taj Mahal, same effect. When you say I saw Taj Mahal last year or last month, when you say I have seen Taj Mahal, you still remember, you still recollect the beautiful memories, the vivid pictures of Taj Mahal in your mind, the way you touched it, the scenic beauty around it, the water flowing. So the effect is really felt now. So the examples, I have cut my finger versus I cut my finger. I visited Delhi versus I visited Delhi. So usually time reference will be there for simple past. So since and for also you can use in present perfect tense. I have known Rachel since 2001. When you use since, what does it mean? You exactly tell a fixed time. Since 2001. Let us take one example for Ford. I have been hungry for hours. You're not telling for how many hours? For hours. Right. So see here, I have not seen him yesterday. So this sentence is wrong. I have not seen him yesterday is wrong. You should not use I did not see him yesterday. That's correct way of using, because this is time reference for simple past. So let us see some examples. So let us take a statement. He has completed his work. He has completed his work. How to make a question? Just keep the auxiliary verb or the helping verb first. Has he completed his work? Yes. Positive. He has completed his work. Negative. No, he has not completed his work. Next one. We have arranged a party. We have arranged a party. Have we arranged a party? Yes. We have arranged a party. No, we have not arranged a party. Some more examples. I have played. So which means you still remember, recollect the memories. Yes, I have played. No, I have not played. Have I played is a question. I have watched a movie. So we just, maybe if it is a movie, horror movie, you still remember haunting feelings. You did not get sleep properly. Yes, you remember each and every moment, the suspense thriller. Right. I have watched a movie. I watched a movie yesterday. I have watched a movie. Still you feel that you are in the same atmosphere. That film made you to involve in each and every second of its scenes. So that is it. So this is present perfect tense. Now it's past perfect tense. So let us see the formation. Subject plus had plus V3 plus object. In the present perfect, we had either have or has. Here only had. So there is no confusion which one to use. So you can use had for all. Right. So when do we use this? Past perfect tense. So first one, actions that were completed before some point in the past. So they already completed. They continued for some time and they completed now. So for example, I had eaten already. Already it's completed. I had eaten already. You took some time for eating and you completed it. Usually keywords, okay, in the past perfect are already, before and till. Next one is very interesting. When two actions happen, one after the other, the first action means not what is the first sentence. The first action will be in past perfect. The latter action, the second action, will be in simple past. I repeat, when two actions happen one after the other, the first action will be in past perfect. The result of it will be in simple past. Let us see the examples here. When we arrived, the train had already left. Which is the first action? The train had already left. When you arrived there, you did not find the train. So train had already left. So this is the first action. So had left. So you used it in the past perfect. The latter action is in the simple past. So let us see the next sentence. The students left when the bell had rung. What is the first action? The bell had rung. Then only the students left. The result after the bell had rung was students leaving the classroom. So the students left is in simple past because it is the result. What is the action? First action, the bell had rung. So this is in the past perfect. The latter action is in the simple past. Let us see one more example. As I had fallen ill, I visited a doctor. What is the first action? Did you visit the doctor first? No. You don't get sickness after visiting the doctor. You get sickness and you visit the doctor. So the first action, as I had fallen ill, is in the past perfect. You had fallen ill. And the second action, what is that? You visited doctor. That is in the simple past. Now let us see the sentences of past perfect. So we had seen the formation subject plus had plus V3. In all the perfects, V3 will be there. In the continuous, V4 will be there. In the perfect continuous also, V4 will be there. Verb forms. So we had already seen organized, organized, organized. So V3 form is organized here. So same like that. So let us take one statement. They had already arrived. They had already arrived. What is the question to this? Replace this auxiliary verb or the helping verb first. Had they already arrived? Had they already arrived? Yes, they had already arrived. No, they had not already arrived. So yes is affirmative, no is negative. Let us take two more sentences and make questions and affirmatives and negatives. I had not completed it before. I had not completed it before. Had I not completed it before? Question. Yes, I had completed it before. Positive. No, I had not completed it before. Negative. So positive and affirmative are same. One more sentence. She had not arrived yet. She had not arrived yet. Has she arrived yet? Yes. Has she arrived yet? Yes. She had arrived already. No, she hadn't arrived yet. So those are the sentences, statements and questions, affirmatives and negatives for past perfect tense. Some students ask me this, sir, I had had my dinner. Is it right? If I say it is right, they ask me, how is it right, sir? I had had my dinner. It sounds odd. It sounds different. Yes, though it sounds odd, it is correct grammatically. So I will explain you why is it correct grammatically. So what is the formation of past perfect? Subject plus, had plus, VP plus, object. Yes or no? So let us compare it. Subject, yes. Had, yes, had is there. One more had. How will it come? So according to V3 form, have, had, had. So we are using this had according to V3. Not according to this formation, auxiliary verb. I had, had my dinner. So it is correct. This is the object. So when you say I had my dinner, you say that I had completed my dinner. Instead of completed or finished, you are using another had. So this sentence is grammatically correct. See one more sentence. I have had my dinner. Okay, it's we convinced that I had my dinner is correct. Then how come I have had my dinner is correct? Another question. Apply the same formula. So in the present perfect tense, what is the formation? Subject plus has or have plus V3 plus object. So let us see. I, subject, have, when I comes you use have. Same like that, had also you use as V3. I have completed my dinner. I have finished my dinner. I have had my dinner. So this is also grammatically correct sentence. So I had my dinner is correct. I have had my dinner also is correct. So we are into future tense now. Future perfect tense. So let's see what is the formation of future perfect tense. We've already discussed that in every future tense there will be will and shall for the auxiliary verb. So subject plus will or shall plus have plus V3 plus object. So you get a new person added, have plus V3 plus object. V3 is common in every perfect tense. So this is the formation. And when to use future perfect tense? Future perfect tense must be used for the past in the future. What is the past in the future? It will be very clear to you through these examples. It is used in the past and the future. Let us take one simple example which is at the end. When you arrive, the train will have left. When you arrive, the train will have left. Maybe you arrive at 9:15. Maybe departure of train is at 9 o'clock. So you are telling now, when you reach tomorrow at 9:15, the train will have left at 9 o'clock in the morning. So when you want to express an action in the future which will have completed by this time, you can use it. So when you arrive at 9:15, 9:15 a.m., the train will have already left because train's departure is at 9 o'clock in the morning. So some more examples. I will have finished when you arrive. You're telling about again future. By the time you come, I will have completed it. I will have finished. They will have had their dinner by then. They will have completed their dinner by then. So I will explain about this had also in the next. So let us see some examples. So we have said V3. V3 is there, organized. I will have finished reading this book. I will have finished reading this book. So that is a statement. How to make question? Will I have finished reading the book? Yes, that's correct. Will I have finished reading the book? Yes, I will have finished reading the book. No, I will not have finished reading the book. So let us take one more statement. She will have cooked dinner. She will have cooked dinner. So what is the question? Will she have cooked the dinner? So there is no confusion here whether have or has. Only have is there, no has. So she will have cooked the dinner. Will she have cooked dinner? No, she will not have cooked dinner. Yes, she will have cooked dinner. One more sentence. It will have stopped raining. So you are speaking about again tomorrow. By this time it will have stopped raining. So welcome to the last part. Perfect continuous tenses. So first is present perfect continuous. Always remember, in continuous, verb form 4 will be there. V4 will be there. In perfect, V3 will be there. In continuous V4, perfect V3, perfect continuous V4 again. So what is the formation of present perfect continuous tense? Subject plus has or have plus been plus V4 plus object. Has used for he, she, it. Has used for he, she, it. Have used for I, we, you, they. I have, we have, they have, yes, and you have. Has, he has, she has, and it has. So that is the formation. So let us see the usage. When to use present perfect continuous tense. Something when an action started in the past, continuing in the present, and will also continue to the future. So an action started in the past. See here, action started in the past. Now you are here, and it will go to the future also. So it will be evident through one of the examples. I have been reading my experiments with truth for a fortnight. So here, I have been reading my experiments with truth is the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi. So fortnight means 14 days or 15 days, half a month. So I have been reading. So you started 14 days back. 14 days back. Now after 14 days, you completed 150 pages. There are totally 200 pages. So it will continue maybe for a week or less than a week. So that time you can tell, I have been reading my experiments. I have been reading the book, My Experiments with Truth, for a fortnight. So he still did not complete. It started in the past, it continued to the present, and it will also continue till to the future, some more days. So that is the example. And common words we find in this are since and for. Since we use when we refer to a point of time. Point of time. So I have been waiting here since 9 o'clock. Since 9. I have been waiting. So these words are quite evident in present perfect continuous tense. For you use for a period of time. For a period of time. I have been waiting here for hours. You did not tell how many hours? For hours. Maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. So for hours. Right. So common words along with the since and for are lately and recently. Lately and recently. So let us take some examples and let us take some statements and create questions and affirmative or positives and negatives. Okay, our first one is, we have been coaching them for a month now. We have been coaching them for a month now. What is the question? Yes, you're right. Have we been coaching them for a month now? Have we been coaching? Yes, we have been coaching them for a month now. No, we have not been coaching them for a month now. So that is one example. Another one. I have been living in this house since 2015. This is the statement. So what is the question? Yes, you're right. Have I been living in this house since 2015? Yes, I have been living in this house since 2015. No, I have not been living in this house since 2015. So now let us see what is past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect continuous tense. So we have told that already in the continuous V4 will be there. In the perfect continuous we get one more thing added, that's been. So just one change from present perfect continuous to past perfect continuous. In present perfect continuous we have has or have. But in past perfect continuous only had. So easy to remember. When do we use this? We use when an action began in the past and it went on, continued for some time and recently completed. It's not happening now. It's not taking place now. An action started in the past, continued for some time in the past. Maybe for 10 days let's take. Now we are on the 11th day. So it recently completed. It's not being carried forward to the next day or the next. Right. See, let us see one example. I had been working on my project. Had been working on my project means you started working and now it's completed already. So when you say that I had been working, so far you had been working. So now it's completed. So this action doesn't continue. So they had been learning foreign language. They had been learning a foreign language. So now they're not learning. They completed it. They either discontinued it or they completely learnt it. So an action started in the past, continued for some time in the past. So this is present. So it completed before the present. So the time you're talking, it's not happening. It's not happening. It completed or you discontinued it. It started in the past, it went on for some time in the past, and now it's completed. It's completed before the time of your speaking. So in that case, you use past perfect continuous tense. When you come to present perfect continuous, it's even it goes to the future even, but past continuous tense, it's already stopped. Right. So let us take some examples. She had been estimating the pros and cons of the project. So advantages and disadvantages, pros and cons, merits or demerits, positives or negatives. So she had been estimating. Now she is not estimating. She already completed it. Next one, he had been learning to play guitar. He had been learning to play guitar. Now he is not going for the coaching. It completed. Right. So let us make questions, positives and negatives. So let us take this first one. She had been estimating the pros and cons of the project. What is the question? Had she been estimating the pros and cons of the project? Question. Yes, she had been estimating the pros and cons of the project. Positive. Negative. No, she had not been estimating the pros and cons of the project. So one more example. He had been learning to play guitar. He had been learning to play guitar. Had he been learning to play guitar? Yes, he had been learning to play guitar. No, he had not been learning to play guitar. So one more example. We had been traveling from a long time. So are you traveling now? Not necessarily. It's completed. We had been traveling for a long time now. So now you're not traveling. You're tired. So you're taking some rest. So in future it may continue. But for now it stopped. We had been traveling for a long time now. Had we been traveling for a long time now? Yes, we had been traveling for a long time now. No, we had not been traveling for a long time now. So these are the positives and negatives. So this is past perfect continuous tense for us. Yes, we are into the last. So if you learn it, we'll complete tenses. So let's see it. So this is future perfect continuous tense. So in the continuous, V4 will be there. In future, will or shall will be there. Again in future perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, been will be there. Now it's very easy for us to make the formation. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V4 plus object. That's it. So that is the formation: subject plus will or shall plus have plus been plus V4 plus object. So when do we use it? We use it when something, an action, that will continue up until a particular event. It started and it will continue till a particular time. Then we use. And one more usage, an ongoing action that will complete in future. That has not completed, that will complete in future. So time reference is used. Time reference, tomorrow or by this time, like that. So let us see the example. At 7 o'clock, I will have been waiting for 20 minutes. It's not 7 o'clock now. At 7 o'clock, and what happens? I will have been waiting for 20 minutes. You're telling, I'll have been waiting for 20 minutes at 7 o'clock. So if you want to meet me, you come then. After that, I'll not be there. So future time reference. So on Tuesday, she will have been working for an hour. So 1 extra hour she'll be working. So I have to make some arrangements accordingly. So let us take some more examples, statements, and make them questions, affirmatives and negatives. Come on. The kid will have been sleeping since 10 p.m. It's not at 10 p.m. So the kid will have been sleeping at 10 p.m. So what about the question? Will the kid have been sleeping since 10 p.m.? So these are not regularly used. That's why we find they sound bit odd to us. Yes, the kid will have been sleeping since 10 p.m. No, the child or the kid will not have been sleeping since 10 p.m. So one more example. I have been taking an oath, vow or promise for 5 minutes at 7 p.m. It's not 7 p.m. So there will be a process. When? at 7 p.m. For how many minutes? For 5 minutes. What will be happening? I'll be taking a vow. So I will have been taking an oath for 5 minutes at 7 p.m. So this is future perfect continuous, and congratulations for completing all the tenses. Stay tuned.